the entire history of Vocaloid, I guess. Also, I'm using AI voice, so some pronunciations may be bad, don't mind it lol. Yamaha was established as early as 1887, about 20 years after the Tokugawa governing ended. It began as a reed organ manufacturer company. In 1900, Torikusu Yamaha began the piano production, and his organ and piano were awarded an honorary grand prize at the 1901 St. Louis World's Fair. This event has established the company's fame to this day. In 1921, Yamaha initiated the manufacturing of propellers and internal combustion engines for military aircraft. However, the onset of the Second World War brought the company's musical instrument production to a halt and resulted in significant damage to the factories due to British naval gunfire. After the war, Yamaha started to produce organs and pianos again. In 1959, it released an electric organ Electini, and this model soon became the leading brand of electric organ worldwide, used in music halls, churches, and so on. During 1970s and 80s, Yamaha stretched its business to electronics, feedbacking the technology of Electone. With 5 other companies, it set the MIDI standard in 1981. In the 20th century, the most successful vocal synthesizing attempt had been Queen of the Night from Mozart's operetta Magic Flute. This had been made in 1984 by Yves Potard, and Xavier wrote it using the chant synthesizer. In 1997, Jordi Bonata joined the University of Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona as a senior researcher in the music technology group. Bonata was asked by Yamaha to work on a research project with some interesting ideas. It is known that Bonata set out to record not only a singer's song but a variety of ranges and pitches in an effort to create a model that could be used to build any song. The project became codenamed Elvis and ran for 2 years. At the end of the project, it did not have a finished product. This was due to the fact this particular project was too large due to being based on spectral morphing techniques, and each song required a professional singer behind it. The Elvis project did not turn into a product, but it helped prove that a sequence of phonetic elements in a broad range of pitches could be used to construct a synthesizer that could be used in any model. Yamaha said they wanted help with a new project, so Hideki Kenmochi joined the team. The first ideas came from Kenmochi in Japan in 2000. Most of the research was done at the University of Pompeu Fabra, and the main signal processing libraries were done in C++. The actual product was designed and developed by Yamaha, and they weren't thinking about selling it at the time. It was just a collaboration. The Vocaloid project was originally codenamed, a name taken from the song Daisy Bell, and was at a prototype stage in March 2002. It was the first voice model developed and allowed the researchers to change vocal timbres naturally while keeping small details intact. At first, Daisy could only speak vowels like AI and love. After 4 months, Daisy started to support consonants, and the first complete word was awesome morning. Because Yamaha itself could only provide limited vocals, they licensed the software out to various third-party studios. The first studio to join this project was Krypton Future Media, who were contacted in May 2002. Yamaha then attempted to find English studios to support an English version, but the majority of responses to contact were negative. The first studio to enter development, Visheroji Limited, joining in the fall of 2002, with PowerFX Systems also joining that year. Thus, both English and Japanese voice banks were being made. At the 6th anniversary of Vocaloid, Hiroyuki I taunted that they received demos from 0G without warning of what seemed to be a male vocal singing. Since they came unexpectedly, they did not realize they were Vocaloid demos and thought they were some sort of prank. Daisy was demonstrated at the 6th anniversary of Vocaloid, where a file called Fly Me to the Moon was played. The file was originally created for July 16, 2002, when Krypton were shown the first demonstration in their Sapporo office. Daisy still had troubles with consonants at the time. Daisy was dropped as a name due to conflicts with copywriting. Despite attempts to change the name, such as translating it into Japanese, they ultimately could not register it. Ken Mochi reported the name of the software was very hard at the time to decide, and Vocaloid had fallen into third place as a choice of name. The name Vocaloid was chosen 2 or 3 weeks before its announcement, after the second choice name failed due to a copyright conflict with a software in Belgium, Vocaloid being a portmanteau of the words vocal and android. During 2003, Jody, Taro and Hanako are seen on the Yamaha Vocaloid website. These are the development names of Sweet Anne, Kaito and Meiko. Hideki Kenmochi chose to announce the technology on February 26, 2003, a day before his birthday. However, Yamaha announced it for the first time at the German Fairmusikmesse on March 5 to 9, 2003. The first voice bank and engine finally get released to the public. The first Vocaloids, Leon and Lola, made their debut appearance and initial release at Theanum Show on January 15, 2004. Leon and Lola were then released in Japan by the Studio Zero G on March 3, 2004, both of which were sold as a Virtual Soul vocalist. They were also demonstrated at the Zero G Limited booth, Boring Wired Next Fest, and won the 2005 Electronic Musician Editor's Choice Award. But as there was not much of a Vocaloid fandom to begin with, most fan responses to Leon and Lola were given relatively late. Overall, Leon fared better than Lola at achieving this, despite there being a slight issue with his timbre failing to match some soul singer genres, with Lola receiving more criticism than Leon in this area. However, according to Krypton Future Media, Leon, along with Lola, failed to impact the American market due to the British accents. Their initial failure in America resulted in Miriam and Vocaloid, and the third installment of the V1 voice banks developed and distributed by Zero G Limited, who was released in July 2004, originally only being sold in Europe. She would not be sold in America until 2008, when all three were resold. On July 24, 2003, a CD album titled History of Logic System was released. This album included the first commercial song using a Japanese Vocaloid. The song was a cover of Ano Subarashi Ai wo Mu Ichido, That Wonderful Love Once More, utilizing the prototype versions of Meiko and Kaito. The voice bank Meiko, whom was originally developed by Yamaha Corporation and distributed by Krypton Future Media, Inc., would be released 1 year after this album in November 2004. After this, the voice bank Kaito, also originally developed by Yamaha Corporation and distributed by Krypton Future Media, Inc., would follow nearly 2 years afterwards in February 2006. Additionally, in 2003, Yamaha gave out Kaito's first ever solo demo song, Kimi no Yuasa Rumor of Yours, 3 years before his release. At the time of Kato's initial commercial release, Vocaloid was not yet a well-known product. Krypton Future Media considered a synthesizer software successful if it sold more than 1,000 units. However, Kaito only managed to sell 500 units, deeming him a commercial failure. In contrast, his counterpart, Meiko, had sold 3,000 units in her first year, due to Kato's failure to sell in 2006, managing to sell just 500 units, the least of any Vocaloid. There is a realization that male Vocaloids do not sell. Attention turns to producing female Vocaloids for many years. Krypton Future Media, believing there was no market for male Vocaloids at all when they start planning their character vocal series. This year 2007 is also the earliest known involved with Vocaloid from Internet Co. Ltd.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. This was one of my biggest projects so far, and I'm not finished with it just yet since I'm working on the other parts. I originally wanted to do this all in one video, however my editing software started lagging, so I decided to separate them. Bye now!